All right, section 2 is people of the backcountry. All right. 2 words to know: backcountry and Great Wagon Road. Your essential question for section 2: what immigrant groups settled in North Carolina? So the immigrant groups. This section is going to talk about all the different groups. Okay. First, for an overview, the backcountry. Almost every person in North Carolina is going to live east or to the right of the fall line over here on the right. This little line is the fall line. We know the fall line is between the Great Plains and the Great Plains and the coastal plains and the Piedmont. Sorry. All right, so everybody's going to live to the right of the fall line. All right, the new county, Edgecombe County, is going to be formed. 2 of your words to know: backcountry is land back of the real country. Okay, when we hear about in the country, that's where we live, out in the country. Just think of the people back of the real country, just what the word says. And the other word is Great Wagon Road. This is a 731-mile road that newcomers to North Carolina were coming to from Virginia, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and other countries. All right, Scots-Irish is going to be the first group we're going to talk about. These were the very first, and know that, first people to settle in North Carolina. They're going to settle in the Piedmont, which is west of the fall line. All right. Different groups are going to come to North Carolina for different reasons. Okay, there are 4 reasons I want you to know that immigrant groups come to North Carolina. All right, the main one with this section is going to talk about is religious freedom. Not all groups or not all countries allow religion in their country. So religious freedom is 1, land is 2, jobs is 3, and like war, people that are persecuted from war is 4. So land, war, jobs, and religious freedom are 4 reasons why immigrant groups move from place to place. All right, second group is the Germans. The Germans are going to move here from Pennsylvania. Soon after the Scots-Irish, they're going to be called the Pennsylvania Dutch. All right, that was the nickname for the Germans. Okay, they're going to settle in the mountain region. So now we have people in the Piedmont and in the mountains. Next is English Quakers. We hear Quaker, we automatically think, yes, religion. All right, the English Quakers are going to be mixed into the backcountry. They're going to be out throughout the Tidewater and the coastal plains. These are going to be a large group that's going to rebel against the English in Great Britain, and they came here because of religious freedom. That's another religious freedom. Okay, another group, African slaves. When the Scots-Irish, the first group came, a lot of Scots-Irish owned 1 to 2 slaves. They didn't own many, but they owned a couple. All right, not very many Germans owned slaves. The first 2 slaves that ever got to North Carolina, okay, easy to remember, they rhyme, Paul and Saul, who were the first slaves into the backcountry. And your Quakers were the earliest people to disagree with slavery. So when you think religion really does not go with slavery very well. Okay, Moravians is going to be an unusual group, very unusual. Okay, they're going to be more like it's real different than the other groups. They're going to be kind of like the Amish of Americans. All right, they're originally from Czech Republic. They're going to settle what is now Winston-Salem. Okay, last group is the Highland Scots. They were the last group. So the Scots-Irish were the first. Highland Scots were the last to settle in the backcountry. All right, the thing about the Highland Scots, they were tricked into buying land by Great Britain and the British. They were promised fine land. They were promised fertile land, good land. More than likely, they settled in the Piedmont region because most of the Piedmont region, the soil was clay, which you can't really grow anything from clay. But since they got here, they bought the land. Most of them stayed because it was better than going back home to Scotland. All right, Native Americans by the 1760s, only a few tribes were left, the Sioux and the Catawba. Just know your largest group is still the Cherokee Indians. These are still your largest group, and they resented others for intruding on their mountain hunting grounds. Remember, the Cherokee are in the mountain region. All right, we'll work on this, and you should be able to give me a long summary on this. this pretty much sums up the Section 2. How, and you will see this question again, how has migration and immigrants or immigration affected North Carolina and the United States? Be sure to give specific examples. Okay, so you should be able to give me a long page on migration, immigration, and how it affects United States and North Carolina. All right, that is Section 2.